got a new camera. Wanted to try it out. It's the Maganon 4K. Got it at Aldi for 60 bucks. So we'll see how the video turns out on it. And I'm gonna get to that trail camera today. We're headed out to that spot where I was just at for the last couple of scouts. But I'm coming in from a different direction where I don't have to cross that stream. So I will be getting the trail camera. I will be seeing if there's some good buck activity on there. I wanted to do it before September, so it has a full month to calm down in there before I have any intentions of hunting it, which I probably won't hunt it in the first week or so anyway, but I want to have that option in case something comes up or I have the right winds or whatever the case may be. So the goal is to get in there and get that trail camera, get it out of there, maybe see if I can pinpoint a few more buck beds, which I already have at least 5 or 6 that I've located. But I'd like to just get a little bit more information about the area, get my trail camera, and get out of there before it gets too hot. So the first part of this walk is really easy. It's phenomenal. It's a nice little road that goes back to some open fields that I just have to get through, and then it's a long walk, but it's an easy walk until I get to the hardwoods, which is still an easy walk until then I get down in the swamp, and that's a pain in the butt. But I kind of know what I'm looking for here now, so I'm just going to get even more detailed and really look for good sign and rubs and scrapes and see if I can't pick this place apart just a little bit more before the season starts. Beautiful, beautiful day. So I made it back to the spot where my trail camera is. It's a lot thicker than it was just even from a month and a half ago. I don't know how I'm going to get back here with the tree stand on my back if I ever want to hunt back here. Obviously it'll all die down in the fall, but this is some nasty, thick. Here, let me give you the deer's perspective. Deer are usually right in this vicinity here. Usually if you just take a knee, you'll see what a deer sees. I'm going to take a knee right here. And that's what I see. And this is just the tree line that goes back to those streams. And the bucks cruise right through here. And I put up the trail camera right up in that tree right there to get that trail. And there's another trail right over there. Hopefully I got some stuff, but this stuff growing really thick really quick. So it probably just drained my battery by having the wind blow with all these new weeds that weren't here before.
my trail camera up high for a couple of reasons. Obviously the first one is so that it's not seen by other hunters and taken, so that it's a security thing. And that would have been a pain in the ass for anybody to have gotten if they didn't have any tree steps or climbing sticks. And two, obviously deer aren't going to see it way up there. Well, we'll see if they do, because Michigan deer are pretty well educated for looking up in the trees, but for the most part they're not going to notice a trail camera way up in a tree like that. So two reasons that I hang them up nice and high.
So as promised, here are a handful of the pictures that were recovered from the trail camera. A lot of great activity. Just wanted to give you guys a sample of what I'm seeing out there. Definitely turned out to be a great spot. Pretty pumped.
So walking through this thick, nasty marshland, and this is my eye level. And this is a deer's eye level. 360 all the way around. Walked right through that nice buck bed. And he's going to be bedded there with the wind at his back, right underneath that tree. Wind at his back, the wind will be blowing out of the east. Unless it's rut, and he might be bedded there. Because there's a bunch of doe beds over here. So he'd be bedded there with a west wind. So he could check those doe beds all day. Alright. So I'm fairly certain I just shat myself. I just walked into that cluster of trees, and it's real nasty getting through here. It's real tough to get through here. But I knew there was going to be some bedding in there, so I wanted to check it out. I'm walking through there, and had to have been a good buck, because when it got up and took off, and it must have been only about 10 feet away from me, because it was the loudest racket I've ever heard in the woods, and it scared the shit out of me. Oh, heart was going pretty good there, but I'm pumped. I mean, I don't know if that buck's going to be coming back to that spot anytime soon, but I know I confirmed what I saw on the map. Another good bed. Walking away from that other buck bed. It's hard to find hair in grass, but obviously that's been used heavily. All matted down right there. And this is what the deer sees. That's most likely the entry right there. The exit's right. Alright, so this is kind of an embarrassment of riches. However, it's going to make this spot impossible to hunt. I'm walking through trying to find, actually I found a tree. It's not a good one. It's going to be uncomfortable sit, but that looks over that whole field out there, all those beds. So I could see whatever's coming out of there. It wouldn't be a tree that I'd be able to get any kind of a shot on unless they're really walking right in front of me, but it'd be a great observation stand where I could kind of see what's going on and try to put together a better game plan. But as I'm walking through here, trying to get to that tree to see how easy it'd be to access, there's another buck bed. And this time I know it's a buck bed because Nice big rub right there, and it's not too old. That was probably maybe last season, season before. And I'm sure if I looked around, there's probably more in this area. Alright, I'm kind of moving around a little bit here because I got mosquitoes all over me. But that yellow spot right there, I marked on there from an aerial map view that I saw on Google Earth. And I went back to a winter time, and everything was died back, and you could see a trail coming right across that marsh right there, a thick trail. And all I did was dial it back a couple years, and it showed me these trails. And usually if they're there now, then, or if they were there then they're probably there now, and they're well established. So that might be an opportunity right there for an observation stand, because this is just a short little walk through a little natural funnel of timber to get to a tree right there where I can watch all of that activity back in those areas where I found those beds. So I'm going to check that out real quick and see what... Sure enough, as expected, the trail coming in right through there, and the main trail, which I had marked on that yellow dot on my aerial. Right in through there, and it's worn down to the ground right there. So this is their main entrance from this side. And I don't want to be up like a tree like this right off the trail. I want to be back somewhere where it's a little more hidden, but where I can see enough of that field there. So I'm thinking like something back up in here. Okay, now I gotta find the tree. Alright, so pretty pumped about today's findings. And I think that's gonna be where I hang my stand. Right up there. I can see out into that field. Marsh area. Nice and high up there. And I'll be able to see a really long way. And the cornfield's right there, so it's not that far of a walk right off the field. So I'm listening to Dan Infalt. He hunts these public land spots in chapters. Like he goes in with low pressure and sits and sees if he can get some information, and then he just keeps pushing back until he sees the activity that he wants. And I think that's great advice, because if it was just me, before I did all the research and listened to all the podcasts, watched all the videos on YouTube, I would have just went in there and sat right next to that buck bed and then ruined it, and probably would have never saw that deer. Then getting into scent control and playing the wind, and on top of that, hunting these beds, all those things have led to me seeing way more deer. And I'm just really grateful for all the advice and all the secrets that have been shared on those videos, podcasts, and other social media platforms.